underground oil tank. That could also get very expensive quickly.
What are some really significant things that you tend to look at when you're doing a home inspection?
One of the most important things, which I include in my inspection price, would be the wood boring insect inspection. So I would be looking for termites, carpenter ants, carpenter bees, beetles, powder post beetles. They can cause significant structural damage to a house that can in turn cost you a lot of money for treatment as well as repairs.
In Connecticut, I feel like almost every house has some kind of history of termites.
Yeah, and around here it's subterranean termites. They come from the ground up. It's not like in Florida where they fly and they can get in the rafters.
I'm kind of happy about that. One for Connecticut.
Exactly. Another thing that I look for, especially in an older house, would be an underground oil tank. Every time I do an inspection, I'm looking for 2 oil lines coming through the foundation wall, or outside the house they'll sometimes have 2 pipes coming out, oil fill or vent pipe coming out of the ground. That could also get very expensive quickly.
Actually, Dan found one of those underground tanks with one of my clients, so we were really grateful for that.
The electrical system is very important. When I open up the load center, taking a look inside, seeing how big the service is, service entry wire properly protected with the right size breaker. A lot of times I find that water gets into the electrical panel box, which, as you know, electric and water don't mix.
Safety and common sense. Common sense, common sense. Now, if I could have questions.
The heating system, figuring out the age of the heating system, not in every unit, but most of the time on a boiler or furnace, whatever it might be, the data manufacturer is always going to be in the serial number. So I'm looking up how old it is and then letting people know, typical life expectancy, seeing if it's operating correctly, heating or cooling the way it should. Those are, big expenses.
If a boiler or a furnace, if they're on blocks, is that an indicator that there's been flooding in the past?
Not always. I always recommend anytime when someone installs a heating system to install on blocks, because
just in case.
Yeah, when there's natural moisture that comes from a slab, so keeping it up off the ground allows some oxygen underneath it and lets it breathe better. Another very important thing is how well built the house is. So looking at the structure, the support columns, the main beam, floor joist system, as well as the sill plate rim joists, making sure that the house was built properly, as well as the foundation. Many times foundations have typical cracks, but then there's some more moderate or major cracks that can have.
All right, well, thank you for coming on.
Of course, I look forward to doing it again.